What if I told you that the way you kiss a woman could make her feel more desired than words ever could, and that most men get it completely wrong? Because a kiss isn't just physical, it's a message. And the moment you understand what it really says, everything about how she responds to you will change forever. Ladies, let's talk. And I mean really talk. There's something wildly misunderstood in the world of intimacy. A moment that's supposed to ignite fire, connection, desire, but often it falls flat. Why? Because most people think kissing is just about lips meeting lips. Cute, quick, maybe even passionate, but that's not enough. Not if you truly want a woman to feel desired. See, a kiss isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological. It speaks, it tells a story. And unfortunately, most men are either rushing through the story or reading the wrong book altogether. Let's break this down. The reason why so many women feel disconnected during a kiss is because the intention behind it is off. A kiss should not feel like a demand. It should feel like an invitation. And women, we don't respond to pressure, we respond to presence. So here's the first shocking truth. Confidence without connection is a turnoff. You could have the most confident kiss in the world, forceful, dominant, even impressive. But if it doesn't carry presence, if it doesn't pause to listen to her body, to her breath, to the moment, it becomes nothing more than a performance. And trust me, we know the difference. Second truth, women feel desired when the kiss begins before the lips touch. Let that sink in. It's in the way you look at her lips when she's speaking, the way your voice slows down, the stillness between your sentences, the way your hand lingers on her lower back when you lean in. A woman begins to feel desired not when you kiss her, but when you build that tension just enough to make her anticipate it. Desire is about anticipation, not aggression. Now let's talk technique, because yes, it does matter. You want to make a woman feel like the center of your universe in that moment, then slow down. Fast, sloppy kissing? No. All tongue, all at once? No. You want to start slow, then explore. Let your lips tell her that you're paying attention, that you're not trying to conquer her, you're trying to connect with her. Vary the rhythm, play with the pauses. Pull back for a second, look in her eyes, then go back in. That pause, that eye contact, that drives her wild because it tells her you see her. And here's another truth. Kissing is not just for your pleasure. It's a way to communicate what she means to you. When your kiss is layered with intention, when it says, I choose you, I crave you, I respect you, then a woman's guard falls. Then she feels safe. She lets go. She stops overthinking. And that's when the real magic begins. Let's also talk hands. What are they doing? Are they stiff at your side like you're at a school dance, or are they exploring with respect? Touch her jawline. Trace her neck. Hold the back of her head gently, not like you're grabbing a basketball, but like you're cradling something precious. Because when you touch her with reverence, it sends a signal deep into her nervous system. You are treasured here. Final truth, the best kissers aren't focused on impressing her. They're focused on feeling her. They kiss like they mean it, but they don't rush it. They lead, yes, but they read her cues. They don't chase validation. They give her attention. And because of that, their kiss becomes unforgettable. Not because it was perfect, but because it was present. Women don't want just a good kisser. We want a kiss that makes us feel like we're the only woman in the world. And trust me, when you master that, you don't just kiss her body, you awaken her soul. There's something most people completely misunderstand about kissing. It's not just a physical act. It's not just about lips pressed together, tongues dancing, or breath mingling in the heat of the moment. No. A kiss, when done right, is emotional. It's psychological. It sends a message without a single word being spoken. And here's the shocking truth. The way you kiss a woman can either make her feel deeply desired or completely unseen. Too often, men approach kissing like it's a routine, something on the checklist before sex, something mechanical. They miss the entire essence of what a kiss is supposed to do. It's not just foreplay. It's a reflection of how much presence, focus, and emotional intelligence you bring into intimacy. A kiss is where desire begins, and desire for most women is not born in physical touch first. It's born in the mind. When you kiss a woman like she's just another girl, like you're going through the motions, like it's supposed to lead straight to something else, she doesn't feel wanted. She feels used. But when you kiss her like time doesn't exist, like the world can pause right there, she feels seen, she feels chosen. And that kind of kiss, that's unforgettable. Because now you've entered her emotional space. You're not just touching her lips, you're touching her spirit. You're telling her through that kiss, you're the only woman I see right now. And for her, that changes everything. Now let's talk about the lead up. Most men miss this. They think the kiss starts when the lips touch. But for a woman, the kiss starts long before that moment. It starts when you lock eyes with her and hold her gaze just a second longer than usual. It starts in the slow build-up, in the space between words, in the way your body faces hers with intention, that anticipation, that rising tension. That's what sets her heart racing. That's where the real desire builds. And when you finally lean in, it shouldn't feel like a demand. It should feel like gravity, like something pulling both of you together, naturally, effortlessly, without force. Too often, the actual kiss is rushed, sloppy, all tongue, all movement, no rhythm. That doesn't make her feel desired. It makes her feel overwhelmed or disconnected. If you want her to feel truly wanted, you have to slow down. You have to tune into her. Start with your lips, just gently brushing hers. Let her feel your presence in that moment. Don't rush to dominate her mouth. Wait. Linger. Let her come in too. Let it feel like a dance, not a battle. Then, gradually, you shift. Play with rhythm. Pull back slightly. Then lean back in. That little pause, that moment when you just hover near her lips, breathing the same air, that makes her melt. It builds the kind of craving that makes her feel alive. It tells her you're not kissing her out of habit. You're kissing her because you're lost in her. Every part of the kiss should show her that you're paying attention. Your hands matter. Where they go, how they touch. It all says something. Are you pulling her closer, gently, like she's precious? Are your fingers caressing the side of her face, tracing her jawline, holding the back of her neck, with just enough pressure to let her relax into you? Or are your hands stiff, clumsy, disconnected from what your mouth is doing? Because trust me, she notices. Women feel everything. The smallest details speak volumes. It's not about how many women you've kissed. It's about how present you are with her. That's what makes a kiss powerful. That's what makes her feel deeply, truly, and completely desired. Confidence. It's thrown around like a buzzword when it comes to kissing, but most people misunderstand what true confidence looks like in the moment of intimacy. A lot of men think confidence means going all in, strong grip, forceful kiss, quick movements, but none of that matters if there's no emotional connection behind it. The truth is, a woman doesn't feel desire just because you kiss her like you know what you're doing. She feels desired when she senses that you're completely tuned into her. When your confidence comes from being present, not from trying to impress. When you kiss her like you've already earned her, not like you're desperately trying to win her over. That's when she relaxes, lets go, and allows herself to feel the weight of the moment. Most men kiss with performance in mind. They're thinking about how they look, how they're doing, whether they're good enough, whether she's enjoying it. And in that overthinking, they disconnect from the moment. They become robotic, even when they don't realize it. But women pick up on that energy instantly. She knows when your kiss is about you versus when it's about her. And what she craves isn't a performance, it's presence. It's that slow, steady energy that says, I'm right here. I'm with you. I'm not rushing. I'm not forcing. I'm listening. Then yes, a kiss can listen. When you're really paying attention, her body gives you signals. Her breath, her posture, her response to your touch. All of it tells you whether she's opening up or pulling away. When you're confident in the right way, you don't chase the kiss. You create space for it. You lead, but you don't overpower. You're calm, controlled, and intentional. That kind of energy makes a woman feel safe. And safety is the foundation of desire. Not safety in the boring sense, but emotional safety. The kind that allows her to surrender to the moment without fear of judgment, pressure, or expectation. When a woman feels that kind of safety from you, everything shifts. Her guard drops, her femininity rises. She starts to respond in ways that are natural, fluid, and deeply sensual. Because now she's not overthinking either. She's not questioning your motives or wondering if you're in your head. She feels your energy, and it tells her that she's the only thing that matters to you in that moment. Let's go even deeper. Confidence in kissing is not about dominance. It's about control. The kind of control that says, I don't need to rush. I don't need to prove anything. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to take my time with you. That kind of control drives women crazy, not because you're holding back, but because you're savoring every second. And that energy is magnetic. It pulls her in. It makes her feel chosen. It makes her feel like she's not just another woman you're kissing, she's the woman. That distinction is everything. Women know when they're being kissed with depth versus when they're being kissed with routine. You also need to understand the emotional language behind the kiss. Every kiss you give is sending a message. Are you kissing her with intention? Are you expressing admiration, desire, appreciation? Or is your kiss just a means to an end? Because when your kiss feels like a shortcut to something else, it breaks the emotional tension. But when your kiss lingers with purpose, when it pauses to breathe her in, when it holds space for her response, that's when she starts to feel like you're not just there for a kiss, but for her. And when she feels that, her body starts to respond in ways even she didn't expect. Not because you're good at kissing technically, but because you're present emotionally. And that presence, when paired with grounded, calm, quiet confidence, that's what makes the difference between forgettable and unforgettable, between average and irresistible. ChatGPT said, desire doesn't begin with the kiss itself. It begins with everything that happens before the lips even meet. This is where most people get it wrong. They focus so much on the kiss that they forget the build-up is what truly makes it powerful. For a woman, the experience starts in the way you look at her, the way your eyes move between her gaze and her lips, the subtle shift in your tone when you speak, the tension in the air when neither of you says anything at all. That anticipation is electric, and it builds slowly. It's not about jumping into the moment. It's about letting the moment pull both of you in naturally. Women respond to that unspoken tension, to the space you create before the kiss even begins. It's in that space that her desire starts to form, not from the kiss itself, but from the way it's introduced. The most unforgettable kisses are the ones that don't feel planned. They feel spontaneous, yes, but also intentional. There's a rhythm to it that flows from how you touch her arm when you laugh, how you lean a little closer without touching her fully, how you create a magnetic field between the two of you that feels impossible to ignore. When the moment finally happens, when the kiss begins, it shouldn't feel like a sudden move. It should feel like the natural evolution of everything that led up to it. That's what turns a simple kiss into something unforgettable. Because now, she doesn't just feel kissed, she feels chosen. Too many people go in fast and eager, mistaking urgency for passion. But the truth is, the slower you go, the more intense it becomes. Start with a light touch. Let your lips barely brush against hers. Allow the tension to linger. Let her breathe you in. Let her respond. A kiss isn't about taking, it's about offering. It's about meeting each other in that space and saying, without words, I'm here. I see you. I want this moment with you. When you kiss like that, with patience and awareness, it communicates far more than your words ever could. It tells her that you're not trying to impress her. You're trying to connect with her. And that difference is what makes the experience feel sacred rather than scripted. The beauty of this kind of kiss is in the balance. You're not trying to control the entire moment. You're responding to it, flowing with it. Sometimes that means pulling back slightly just when things start to heat up, just to look into her eyes. That small pause, that breath of stillness before continuing, can drive her wild. Because now it's not just physical, it's intimate. It's not just about pleasure, it's about presence. You're not just reacting to her body, you're communicating with her energy. And that, more than any technique, is what makes her feel deeply desired. Let your hands be part of the conversation. Don't rush to explore her body all at once. Let them move with intention. Trace the side of her face with your fingertips. Gently run your hand through her hair, or place it on the back of her neck, with just enough pressure to draw her in. These are the touches that awaken something deep in a woman. They signal to her nervous system that she is safe, wanted, and seen. And when a woman feels that safety, that desire, she begins to open up in ways that are effortless. Her breath slows, her body softens, and the kiss becomes something more than physical. It becomes emotional. A kiss that makes a woman feel desire doesn't need to be wild or overwhelming. It needs to be intentional. Every movement, every pause, every touch should feel like it's coming from a place of full attention. You're not rushing to get somewhere, you're already where you want to be. That presence, that emotional availability, that quiet confidence is what unlocks her in ways that leave an imprint long after the kiss ends. The power of a kiss lies in the details, and it's in those details that a woman begins to feel whether she's truly desired or just another body in the room. One of the most overlooked elements in kissing is how the rest of your body communicates during the act. A lot of people focus so much on the lips and forget that kissing is a full body experience. Your energy, your posture, your hands, your breath, everything speaks. And what women are craving more than anything is that feeling that the kiss is not just about getting something, but about giving attention, reverence, and presence. When your whole body tells her she's the only one that matters in that moment, her response becomes completely different. She leans in, she opens up, not because she's told to, but because she feels it deep in her core. The most desired women aren't the ones who look a certain way or behave a certain way. They're the ones who are made to feel that way by how someone treats them in moments of closeness. And the kiss is where that begins. It's the first place she tests your emotional availability, your ability to focus, your ability to make her feel safe while also igniting something inside her. If you come in too fast, too eager, too self-focused, she may kiss back, but she won't feel that spark. She won't remember it because it didn't say anything to her beyond the physical. But when you move with intention, when your kiss feels like a silent confession, she'll never forget how it made her feel. Most people think kissing is about chemistry. And while chemistry matters, it's not everything. The real magic comes from emotional intelligence, from being able to read her cues, understand her pace, match her energy. A woman wants to feel like you're kissing her, not just kissing for your own thrill. That means paying attention to her breathing, her softness, the way she tilts her head, the way she presses into you or pulls slightly away. Those subtle responses are her way of communicating what she wants without saying a word. And if you're tuned in, if you're not lost in your own head, you'll pick up on every single signal. You'll respond in a way that makes her feel like you're not just present, you're with her, fully, completely. It's also in the pauses. A lot of people don't understand how powerful it is to break the kiss just for a moment, to linger near her lips, to hold her gaze, to smile, maybe even breathe her name softly. That pause can send shivers through her entire body because it shows that you're not rushing, not desperate. It shows that you're savoring her, piece by piece. And that kind of patience is rare. That kind of attention is rare. When you're able to stop in the middle of the moment and still keep her attention fully locked in, you're telling her without words that her presence is enough. That this isn't about what happens next. It's about this. Your touch should echo that same message. Whether you're holding her face, stroking her back, resting your hand on her waist, it all contributes to how she interprets your kiss. Gentle but firm. Exploring without invading. Respectful but not cold. You're inviting her to trust you with her vulnerability. And that invitation should feel safe but also thrilling. It should stir something in her. Not because you're using tricks or strategies, but because you're there completely. And in a world full of distractions, that kind of presence is deeply attractive. A woman knows the difference between a kiss that's routine and one that's fully alive. The former fades, the latter lingers. It stays in her mind, her memory, her body. Not just because of what you did, but because of how you made her feel without ever needing to say a word. So when you kiss her, don't just think about how it feels. Think about what it says. Because the right kiss, given with presence, intention, and awareness, doesn't just touch her lips, it touches her soul. And that's the kiss she'll never forget.